Hello, Internet. So yeah, Secret Wars 2. I wasn't going to do this video because I didn't really like this issue, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So, I can't be all like, I only do these when I like whatever. So it's like, yeah, dude, Secret Wars 2. Ugh, whatever. By the end, we'll get to where I stand on this and why I was so not enjoying it. But we start off with the, trial of lifting the hammer, Thor's hammer, and then stuff going down with like narration and whatnot. Um, so basically, I thought this part was cool though. Like, you had this, you're because I wasn't sure what was going on, and so there's this one person tries to lift a hammer, can't lift it. Next dude comes up, lifts it, and then it's basically shown that there's like a ton of Thors, and they're like the law in the land of just like dispensing justice. But see, that's the thing is like, okay, like the whole issue essentially is just like setup and world building of like this whole Thor force being used by Doom to like be his left hand of the law and dispense galaxy through, or I'm sorry, justice throughout the realm. Because you have this happen, and you have like when they like he says like if you're part of the justice, that we dispense blah blah blah, and then like it pulls back, and you see like in the chamber that the hammer was set, that like it has Doom's face over it, so it's like, oh, this isn't going to pan out very well, is it? Then there's like also some parts where like it says like there used to be a ton of stars in the sky, but now there aren't any, and each one that was there that disappeared was so that a hammer could be born to be made by or like used by one of the Thors or whatever. So yeah, issue 2 Doomicide, I didn't enjoy it, but yeah, let's get there. So like you have this new Thor, and then it just follows him, and this part where it's like, where are you from? What part of the realm? Blah blah blah. And he's like, Avalon, blah blah blah. And he's like, oh well, you must know the story, or the story is repeat it to me or something, or tell us the story. And it's like there was nothing, followed by everything, blah blah blah. Okay. The thing is like this has been kind of like a repeating theme in like some of the stuff Hickman has been doing in like this whole Incursion Avengers thing, like when he did like the Superflow. But it kind of seems weird that like that would do that when it's the universe has ended or whatever. But whatever. So it does that little thing. But then I guess there's like there a twist where it says God Doom created the light, and then we get to it's kind of like it doesn't explain anything. It kind of implies that maybe that this Castle Doom that's there is like from that platform that you saw at the end of Avengers when he like blew up all the multiverses at the same time. Or I guess we did finally. I'm sorry. So I guess we did finally see the resolution of like what happened to Doom. He didn't meet his demise there with Molecule Man and Strange, but then we'll get to it. So yeah, that happens. You see this Castle Doom that might be where that platform is, or maybe because it's like basically floating in the sky above the surface. But after you have like this Doom, I'm sorry, this Thor recruit go with this other Thor to go to Doom Castle and get trained and whatnot, because he has to go through things like trials and stuff. It cuts to this other scene where it has like this science team investigating this anomaly, because it's like the kingdom of Utopolis, and they go through this thing, and it turns out it's where a raft has crashed. So we see a raft that is, or I guess spoiler alert, I'm about to spoil some stuff because I don't feel like getting all the way to the end. But essentially, so back out now, or forever hold your peace. But yeah, so we see a raft. It's crashed. There's also some skeletons there, so it might be like the Living Tribunal scene where he had like died and decomposed. So that happens. There's a raft there, and And the whole time you're thinking, oh, it's our heroes from the end of Secret Wars 1. But I gotta say, I guess that was a good twist, though. That was a good twist I did enjoy. But we'll get to that at the end. So you see a raft that is like the hero's raft, and then they're examining it, and they're like, "Oh, we got to report this to the Ministry of Science." Blah blah blah. They don't say that. I don't remember. I don't feel like rereading this anyway. So that happens, but then it goes back to the Doom realm or whatever. It's just yeah, just seeing that the doors are the law of the land. So they go to this region that Mr. Sinister is ruling over. Well, he's Baron Sinister. It's not Sinister, but whatever. That's another weird thing of like all the characters are there, but they're not their old selves. It's just them in a. It's weird because it's like their personification, but it's them in a new universe, and it's not their, themselves that you'd know from the 616 realm. So it's like Sinister's there, and he comes along with them. And then they're like, in the court, talking about the acquisitions brought against him. Or I guess not acquisitions, the charges brought against him. So you have like the Braddocks, and then Sinister, and then you have a bunch of people in the crowd looking on. And then you have Stephen Strange there, who's like the judge, which is, well, I guess they call him the sheriff. Do they call him the sheriff? I don't remember. The sheriff, the judge, whatever. Doom's there. It's really weird. He's sitting in like they call it the World Tree, Yggdrasil, whatever that. Similar to Norse mythology. I thought it was like weird. So I bet that was kind of confusing because since it starts off with the doors, I'm like, okay, so did he go to like Midgard or what's going on? It didn't really explicitly explain that. It kind of did at the end. It's still confusing. Whatever. And yeah, he has like a Galactus like watching over the castle as a sentinel. That was funny. But yeah, there's a trial, and then it's funny because like the whole time Sinister's just like, yeah, whatever. Like he gets to the end because he's like, yeah, I'm not going to accept these terms. However, you could face me in combat to uphold them or whatever. So it's like a trial by combat situation that goes down. So that happens, and then like there's a part where there's like a narration about whatever. I'm not going to talk about it, but like you see a bunch of like stuff for like the realms, air quotes, and how it's been divided and who's where and what. I thought it was dumb, honestly. I didn't think it was dumb. I just didn't enjoy it. It's like whatever. So yeah. So that happens. You have the trial by combat, and then it looks like Sinister's about to lose, but then he wins because he doesn't exactly cheat, but he doesn't exactly play fair. So yeah, that happens, and he's about to kill Braddock because they had agreed beforehand to just like fight till like one was unconscious. He's about to kill him, but then Doom stops him, and then let's see, what does Doom do next? He basically tells everybody to kneel, and they all do, and then he dispenses his own verdict because at first he's gonna like kill all of the people from that house, but then he's like, okay, whatever, I'll spare you, and then just like promote your brother to your position, and then send you to the shield. And then we find out what the shield is. And also it's weird when he's in the tree, he's sitting down because it has like Sue Storm there, and then Valeria there, which is super weird and creepy, whatever. So that happens. He sends them to the shield, and then Valeria, I guess, is like the Minister of Science, so the opposite of not the opposite of justice, but like I guess Strange is also in the Ministry of Religion or something, whatever, as well as the sheriff / judge, whatever. Like it's gonna matter by the end this series is over. So yeah, that happens, and then we see Franklin or whichever one of the other Richards kids sitting in the palm of Galactus, meditating, whatever. So we get to the shield, and basically they just like give Braddock, whichever one it was, I don't remember. It doesn't matter, really. Give him some armor and a sword, throw him in this pit. Actually, they don't throw him in the pit. He jumps outside the wall, I guess, which is what the shield is. It's like a giant wall that separates that world or the realm from the outside, or the nightmare, or whatever they call it. What do they call it? the Deadlands. So yeah, so that's basically it. It just seems like it's a dead zone where all the encroaching forces that would approach the realm, like they come around every now and then, but they're always repelled by the Thor core. They don't ever call it Thor core. I just made that up, but like all the Thors with all the hammers and stuff. Also, what yeah, it's like like on the cover it has like a ton of Thors, right? And then you only see like the Beta Ray Bill and like Storm Thor and like whatever all the other than like the very beginning, and then it just like has this one Thor and like the other Thor that like the older Thor telling like teaching him about stuff for the rest of it. So it's like kind of misleading, but whatever. I'll get around to it because we're almost at the end. But yeah, and then like you have like when he's telling him about like the different threats. So like you have symbiote Venom, and then some zombies, and then he's talking about well there's some other stuff that is out here in the Badlands or the Deadlands too. There's the Annihilation Wave, and Nihilus or whatever that dude's name is or thing, and then Ultrons, and then stuff zombies, and then you go back to Castle Doom. And then, Strange is looking at this little hologram thing of the raft. He's like, Thors, I need you dudes to go check this out, and I'm going to quarantine it because we have a schism situation. And so they send him there. And then like the new Thor is all like, what quarantine? Why would we need to quarantine? And then the old Thor's, well, sometimes it makes the subjects doubt Thor. Doubt Doom and his godliness, blah, blah, blah. and you have, like, the old Thor say, like, tell one of the laborers to be all, like, don't touch the thing. And then he's like, okay. But then in the background you can see him being like, it looks so pretty, I can't. But it looks so, And then he ends up touching it, and that basically activates it. And then, this was like the one cool part I think, or for me anyway, because like after the door opens, you see like the old Thor, he basically gets like a spear thrown through him, and he's like, you have to go now and get back to the sheriff and tell him that we found death here. And he basically is impaled with a bunch of other weapons after that, yeah, he takes like an axe to the chest and like a spear through the head. It was pretty crazy. And so that happens, and I was thinking, okay, what's going on here? Because shouldn't it be the heroes that we saw at the end? And then, lo and behold, you see it's Proxima Midnight and Terrax and Death Team Thanos, Maximus, Black Swan, and Evil Reed Richards from Ultimate Universe that were in the shaft because they stole the... What was it you called it? There's a part where they talk about it. No, that's not it. The design you stole. So they stole the design for the raft. I'm not sure how that works, but whatever. Like, yeah, because it's like, how did they get the raft design? Well, I guess maybe it was based off the platform that they used when they tried to kill off the Cabal, but basically it's the Cabal and Evil Richards. I forgot that's what it's called, the Cabal and the Evil Richards, or Reed. It's Ultimate Reed Richards, whatever. So it's them. So that was a nice twist. I didn't see that coming. Cause at the end of the last issue, when you saw the raft and what was going to happen, I was expecting we'd see the hero's side this time, but I was wrong. Oh, surprise! I always am. Twists and hit cliffhangers always get me, so no surprise there. And then yeah, it's the evil guys, and then I thought that was great because it's basically, like these lowly peasants and commoners and whatnot have no idea what they're in for now that they're dealing with the Cabal. But now I'm really but now my expectations are, dude, like if there is no like giant legion of Thors just like sent to fight these dudes and just like deal with them, I'll be disappointed in the next issue because it's like, well, wouldn't Doom just like like literally drop the hammer and just like send all his forces to dispatch this situation? But I'm guessing it'll probably like cause some sort of like, oh well, the quarantine situation, blah blah blah, and then I'm sure it'll cause like some sort of collapse in his trust that he has of his people in the realm. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I just thought, they kind of, I didn't want to say they spent too much time. It's just I wasn't expecting to be a bunch of world building and exposition here, but it was just kind of because it was like a Thor and another Thor going through the realms, checking it out, being like, oh, okay, where his justice dispensing devices, whatever. However, I did like the twist at the end of the Cabal being there and not the heroes. So, next issue, which is not next week, unfortunately. So this isn't weekly. So maybe it's bi-monthly, I don't know. Or 2 issues a month, I mean. But that happened, and then you get like the giant map of Battle Worlds, or Battle World, whatever, and all the tie-ins. But I'm only going to be picking up, I think, X-Men 92, and then besides that, it's like, nah, that's it. So, but yeah, as far as Secret Wars, man, it's like, I don't even know, because like you don't even get any time with Doom to like see what happened from his perspective. So it's like I would like to see more of that, and then hopefully we get to see like where the heroes are at. But I just want to see a bunch of Thors just either just like destroy or throw down with the Cabal, or I will be disappointed. Especially seeing how like quickly they dispatched to just one Thor. So, but I mean, it was an old Thor, so And there's like a ton of Thors, and then at least on the cover, and like you don't get to see them do anything really besides raise their hammers and shout justice. And then on the cover of the next issue is all 616 heroes that survived versus, well, I guess heroes that survived and Spider-Man, because Miles is there and so is 616 Spider-Man, which neither of them were on the surviving raft, so it's like, I don't know how that happened, whatever. And then Cabal and Ultimate Redredgers, so yeah. Maybe more of their stuff, maybe not, who knows. But yeah, I give this 3 out of 5 on the Comixology 5-star system, because I was like, I didn't like it, but it wasn't bad. So I mean, the art was really good, I just didn't enjoy the way the story went in. So after this I was like, dude, I think I should just drop this and not even bother with Secret Wars. But I'll give it one, I guess I'll give it like 2 more chances, like 3 strikes rule, like I probably should just give it 1 more chance. But if it does disappoint me, like again on the scale of this one, because I was pretty disappointed, I will probably just drop it and be like, whatever, Secret Wars, I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna gird X-Men 92 until that gets canceled. Alright, so yeah, that's what I thought about Secret Wars number 2. So that's it for this video. So yeah, I also put up a comic book talk for Saga 28 this week, so it's already uploaded, so check that out. But yeah, that's it for this one. So feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share with your friends, or not, that's cool too. And until you see or hear from me again, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for listening and watching, and I'm now signing off.